questions.
Not a mouse.
What's something you did when you were younger that makes you happy people didn't have smartphones when you were growing up?
Okay over there?
There are so many things. I have two, so I will maybe go last.
I don't know that there's anything that's like, oh, I'm glad nobody had a smartphone.
Like no one took
I
pictures.
did
no one
embarrassing
posted it.
crap. Sure, but like anything that anyone would have been around to record was already probably public enough that it didn't matter as far as my like popularity was concerned because I didn't have any of that.
Oh, I guess I'm less concerned with popularity. Is more concerned with my parents finding it.
I don't think there was anything I did around people who had, would have recorded something and put it somewhere that my parents would have found out, so.
He was a good boy.
No, definitely not. I just was smart enough to do all the bad stuff in very select company.
Okay, so what if someone in select company had posted it?
What if the one other person who was also participating in those things had done that? Then we would have gone to jail for things. The kind that gets you put on a list for the rest of your life. And we will leave it at that right now.
I lived in a tiny town. I probably trespassed, but I'm not 100% sure what else I did that could have potentially been, illegal. I'm sure there was probably something, let's be honest. Again, I lived in a tiny town.
I might have trespassed.
Well, I definitely trespassed, let's be honest. The statute of limitations on that is well over.
Oh no, I'm not just someone else's property.
But, I don't 100% know of anything, super, exciting or nothing, because I was mostly a good kid,
I was a good kid who had bad friends, or friends whose parents cared less. One time we took a old mattress that was headed for the
dump?
Yes, dump, but it's got a different name. It's like such a C. Anyway, but for the dump. And so, because I was friends with a bunch of rednecks, we strapped said mattress to the back of one of their trucks, and then proceeded to surf it down the road. Which, I'm not so much worried about the rest of the world knowing about as much as had my parents, because we didn't just ooh, we're free flying, we're going 40 miles an hour down the road, surfing.
Oh yeah.
Standing up on the back of the mattress.
Yeah, we had a big parking lot at the high school, and we would play who can hang on to the hood the longest. So, it was a rodeo.
Okay, so that's a thing.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Had your parents found out, would they have been like, what were you doing? You could have died.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's would have been the end of it. My dad would have laughed.
Both my parents would have lost their goddamn minds.
And I would have won, but because I had a great system where I did not move or slide and I wasn't trying to wingspan the whole thing, I got right up next to the antenna and had a base, and I was not going anywhere. And they shifted and turned, and the antenna broke, and I Wile E. Coyote hung in the air for a couple of seconds before. So maybe I wish somebody had had it so I could watch that, because it sounds hilarious.
True. I had to. I don't remember what my other one was.
I mean,
In the in-between between. I forgot.
That happens.
Alright, what's the next question?
To be fair, I mean, my parents did things like my brother had a
Oh,
like
I remember.
wakeboard type thing on the connected to like the 4-wheeler, and my dad pulled him. So not my
I
bad,
mean, that's regular Southern
But,
or
you
people
know,
who had farm stuff. My
I'm part
grandmother
of a
shit like
redneck
that.
town, so
So we, my junior senior year, a group of us, instead of doing gym class, went to Curves, which was like a popular
Mm-hmm.
women's only workout thing. But instead of actually going and working out, we would very routinely just skip that hour. And there's this hill in our hometown where it's like a 2-block street, and like if you're going down it at the normal speed, you hit it, but it's a very distinct bump, and you kind of have to go over it slowly. If, however, you have a Jeep and you hit it at 50 miles an hour, boom, boom, all the time. And the best one was we had a girl, there was 6 of us. So we had 2 in the front, 3 in the middle seat, and 1 person in the trunk. And the person in the trunk was very heavy, like my 600-pound life heavy. And poor girl. So no, I mean I mean she was probably like 300 pounds. But like also in the back of the Jeep was like a tire jack. And so we go over this thing, and so we all are like, whoa, back in our seats. The poor girl in the back with no seatbelt, no nothing, just shoo, and then smashes down with her arm over the jack.
Ouch.
And it's like I can picture the video now, like, oh god, we would also because we were skipping class.
Yeah.
Next one.
most of my stuff was innocent. I'm still not 100% sure I want it recorded, but
What?
When did you first feel like an adult?
Nope.
Ooh, the first time I made a car payment. I got my first car, was all proud, made a car payment. I was an adult.
I was a latchkey kid for quite a while, and
Oh,
so
what now?
latchkey,
Kid.
like
Latchkey.
that you didn't have parents who were around. You governed yourself.
Oh.
So like, I never felt like a transition.
There's still days I don't entirely feel like an adult. Let's be fully honest here. Maybe when I moved out for a little while. Maybe when I went to college. I don't entirely know. Like I said, there's days I don't feel like an adult now.
I definitely didn't feel like an adult in college.
I did. Because I went, instead of having latchkey parents, I went from having parents who were, who was extremely controlling. So I'm like, I'm free! But also, I mean, still connected to home because like my dad had just died. He was a controlling parent. But yeah.
What is your favorite hobby?
Gaming.
Clarify.
You mean clarify?
I mean,
Is painting the minis your favorite part? Is
No.
DMing your
well,
favorite
no,
part?
is it so gaming like playing video games, gaming like D&D, gaming?
Tabletop RPGs with people.
Okay. Ooga. I don't know where Gibbs is. Don't freak out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really freak out anymore. He just periodically hisses. What did you say?
Gaming.
Gaming. What did you say, Tori?
It's probably either reading or writing. I haven't done either of those as I should lately, but it's probably one or the other. Sometimes both. I write really bad poetry. Stop looking at me like that.
Stop saying things like that about yourself.
I also read stuff either in actual books and or the Libby app is a great thing. Use your libraries, folks.
I have a lot of hobbies. I mean, no, because like initially I'm like, oh, cooking or baking, but that's not really. I mean, it is a hobby, but it's also something I do like on a daily, which isn't so much of a hobby. I guess, well, for me, a hobby I consider something that like you do in your it's different. I mean, like it is a hobby. Sometimes like if I'm trying a new recipe, or like something like that, then that's more hobby like to me versus like I'm making dinner.
She cooks awesome BT dubs. She's discounting herself a little bit.
I really like
She's
cooking,
lovely.
and like no, like these other people are completely capable of cooking dinner, but I'm like I want to make the dinner because I have kitchen control issues. Gardening. Like I want to learn more about like specific ways to garden, like what plants you should plant together, and like I also just like really enjoy being like I have no idea what I'm doing, just planting plants and like watering them and hoping they survive. And then being like, look, I have made peppers. I have succeeded. Mostly because I have most of the time have no idea what I'm doing.
That's perfectly okay.
But it's one of those things where I'm like, there's so much knowledge about this that I don't know that I'm going to learn about, in theory. So yeah, probably gardening.
And last question is, any plans after questions and you're all nice and drunk? We are probably going to sleep or at least to bed.
Yeah.
Draw your own conclusions about what's happening from there. Have fun.
I am currently planning on having a cigarette and maybe listening to more of my book. Switching laundry.
Thrilling.
It is.
All right, and I think that's it.
Thank you everyone for your questions. They are greatly appreciated. Thank you, interwebs. It has been very nice to speak with you.
Have a wonderful
and the
evening.
last question was not anonymous. It was technically from Tram, but it was directly from him.
Oh.
So.
Run, Booga, run.